In the fall of 2015, this was Jalan Sowell, running back at Mount Juliet High School, one of the most explosive players in Tennessee. But when a sudden illness ended Jalen's career, he found a different way to stay close to the game he loves.
Let's go! D, let's eat!
Jalen's wish is a unique one. He wants to be a subject of a story on ESPN.
The camp theme for this year, 2017 FCA, the camp theme is one. All of us have one thing in common, and that's that we all have a story. But some of you got a story that goes back, it's pretty rough. Some of you got a pretty good story. Some of you got a bad story. But I want tonight to share one guy that's here that's got one heck of a story. Where's Jalen?
Football is just a game, and we all do it for a reason. I'm just trying to tell y'all, it can be over, so do what you can do while you're doing it. But just play hard while you can and put your trust in God. You never know what might happen.
Jalen, the cool thing is, man, I appreciate you taking time and sharing this with these guys, but we have found some people that want to help you tell your story to even more people. What do you think about that? Would you like to tell your story to even more people?
Yes, sir.
We're happy to hear that, Jalen. I'm Chris Conley from ESPN. How are you? You wanted to be featured in a story on ESPN, didn't you? I'm here to tell you, ESPN is granting your wish.
Jalen is mobbed by the campers, congratulating him and thanking him for his speech. Minutes later, he finds out what he'll be getting to do. So we had this idea. Not only are we going to do a story on you, we want you to produce a story. And we're going to figure out the best way for you to tell your story. How does that sound?
Sounds good, sounds good.
Days later in Tennessee, scenes are shot at important locations, while at Jalen's direction, key figures from his life are interviewed. The following week, Jalen and his family arrive at the ESPN campus in Bristol, Connecticut. And a chance meeting with Michael and Jamel.
So nervous.
Permanent. He got the permanent ID.
After a visit to the My Wish set, Jalen heads to the edit room where his piece is being worked on. Jalen makes some decisions. Finally, it's ready. Jalen's wish, his story, is complete and ready for air.
My name is Jalan Sowell, and my wish is to share my story. Think about what else you have. You should track football, you close your eyes, and what else is in front of you? What can you do to help somebody else? You gotta realize what you really have in the people, the positive people that influence you in your life.
Jalen's a dog. Jalen's the type of guy that no matter what anybody or anything tells him, he's gonna do what he knows is right and what he wants to accomplish.
Did you always know you were faster than other kids?
Yes, I did. I didn't want to say anything, but I just always knew that you want to race me.
We identified him early on at that point, and he gets the ball in his hands, he can do some damage.
I went to the barbershop with my dad, and I ran to the car, and I opened the door, and I sat down, and I couldn't breathe. It's like, dang, this ain't normal.
In the morning, Jalen mentioned the fact that, Daddy, I feel my heart in my back. It was so scary.
So we took him to Vanderbilt, and they did, the CT scan and all that. And when they came back, they told us we saw blood clots in his lungs.
With the clots that he had, at any time, he could have just lost a clot and passed away.
What did you keep asking your doctors when you were in the hospital the first
time? Am I going to be able
to
keep playing football? That's all I want to know. Am I going to be able to keep playing and play?
He said, I'm going to beat this. I'm going to be back on that football field, in which he did.
So we get close to the end of the game, and it looks like our season is going to be over with. Quarterback scrambles, Jalen leaks out into the flats. We find him. Next thing you know, 60 yards later, we're in the second round of the playoffs. It was the defining moment for Jalen because he was able to say, I'm back.
I got out there first day of spring practice, put on all the pads, started getting that feeling again. was like, this not happening. I'm just out of shape.
Jalen broke off a really long run, got knocked out of bounds, and comes over and says, hey, I'm having trouble catching my breath.
I started walking, went black and just fell. I was like, what? I get up, it's silent, everybody's over me. I couldn't even stand up. If I kept playing, I would have died.
The doctor was just real frank with him. Jalen, you will never play football again.
Like, all the hard work went down the drain. All of it. It was just crazy. It was all over. It didn't seem real. You work so hard for one thing your whole life, and it's finally happening, then it's all gone. A different feeling. Different feeling.
How would you answer the question, why did this have to happen to me?
God had a better purpose for me. And then the coaching stuff started to fall in play, like different stuff started happening.
Hey, Braden. There you go. Let's go.
We had conversations about how can we utilize you, because he's too important to our program, too much of a leader for us to, so I pitched the idea to him, why don't we just work the student-coach aspect?
Let's go. Jerry, let's go.
Eli went into the world with just brighter eyes now that he had the chance to still be around football.
I mean, end of the day, I just want to play with my boys. You know, I had one mission, just want to complete it, but I still can complete it, but in a different fashion. That's what I learned. I'm gonna be one of the best coaches alive one day.